Hello, my name is Kathy Horst, and I am the owner of the Etsy shop called Notable Pixels, where I make and sell digital genealogy workbooks. Today I want to focus on hopefully explaining the two most often questions that I receive, and that is how to use the hyperlinks and how to write in the document. I'm going to open up GoodNotes. I'm going to open up that notebook. Okay, right now I am in read mode. We have a choice of read mode or edit mode. I know I'm not in edit mode because I don't see any way that I can edit the document. There's no pens or there's nothing. I can't write on the document. So I want you to look in the upper right corner. There's 3 horizontal dots. To the left of those 3 horizontal dots, and those 3 horizontal dots have their own menu, and it looks like this, and I can go through that on a different video if you'd like. But next to those 3 horizontal dots is the mode switch. It looks like a pen with a circle around it. And right now it is showing that we are in read mode. That is what you need to be in order for your hyperlinks to work. If you want to write, you have to turn that off. I'm going to tap it. Now I'm in edit mode. I've got all these editing tools up here at the top of the screen. Starting from left to right in that dark box, you can see that there's a blue pen selected. I'll go over all those tools in just a minute. I want to go back into the read mode. I'm going to hit that mode switch again. Again, that's the one second from the right at the top. The one immediately left of the 3 horizontal dots. I'm going to select that. And now I am back in read mode, where now I cannot write on the document. I'm trying. I can't. There's no tools. And so I'm going to swipe to the next page, and I've got the contents page, which explains a lot of things about the journal. Each one of these items where the arrow is pointing is actually a hyperlink. The pictures are all hyperlinked. And so when you select any of those pictures, you are taken to that section. If I select the top right charm, it will take me to the master pedigree chart. When I go back, whenever I want to go back, I'm going to hit the charm in the upper left corner, and it takes me back to this contents and explanation page. Now you can see that there, if you tap the picture that says Pedigree Example Guide, it will take me to an example of how to set up my pedigree. I'm going to go back. Next, we have a Family Finder Journal. If I select that picture where the arrows are pointing, if I select that, it takes me here. And if I swipe over, I have 3 pages. You can always add more pages. I show you that in another video, but you can always add more pages. You can write whatever you want. This is your journal. I'm going to go back to the contents page. And down here at the bottom are various extra pages that, again, you can copy and add to any place in your journal that you want. On the right bottom are the different additional covers. And here's the, if you follow this link here, this YouTube link, it will show you how to copy pages and put them someplace else in your journal without breaking the hyperlinks. People are worried about breaking their hyperlinks. So if you follow this YouTube video on this link, it will take you out of the journal straight to YouTube and straight to the video that will show you how to copy a page and how to paste it someplace else in your journal. But right now, if you swipe to the right, you'll see here's a front page and a back page in different colors that if you wanted to make a whole new journal or workbook for a different branch of your family, you could. Now, I don't have the charms on these because they're the covers, so you will have to swipe back to the beginning of this section to get, there we go. And I'm going to hit the left charm, and I'm going to go back to the contents page. And we also have extra, what I call pedigree continuation charts, where you just need a little bit more in this one particular line. I'm going to select that. And So this comes in different colors, and you can copy and paste any of these to somewhere else in your journal to continue the line and add notes. And if you need more family group record sheets, they're in the bottom left corner. There's 2 pages to the family group record sheet, a page 1 and a page 2. And then in the middle here, we have a research checklist, which is actually 5 pages. You can copy all 5 of those pages to someplace else in your document, or just one particular page. There's line pages. Here is the beginning of the research checklist. This is page 1. Here's the second page. And this might be used in various situations where you want to fill in the blanks and you want to know what you already know about that person. So this helps you fill in the blanks. Here are image journaling type sheets where you could put a picture up here in the top area, or you could maybe write directions. You know, like I've used this to put a picture of a gravestone in the box, and then I wrote directions and how to find it once I get into the cemetery. There's, just all kinds of, these are all the journaling pages, and you can use them. Your creativity is endless there. We'll go back. Now, back to the hyperlinks. Now, right now, we don't even have a toolbar up there. Where did it go? Don't panic. Tap in the top of, like, say maybe above in the word contents, above the T and the E. Just sort of like tap that, and then it will come down. The toolbars will come down. Now, back to that, all the hyperlink stuff. So now we know how to use the hyperlinks. We know that editing mode, this one here, has to be turned off. So I'm going to hit the mode switch. Again, that's top right corner, second from the right. I'm back in my read mode, and so now my hyperlinks work. But when I go to, let's say, I'm here on my master pedigree chart. I want to write on it. I want to put the home person there. Oh, jeepers. That means I have to go back to this mode switch, and I have to tap it again, and then use my pencil and write in here. That is fine, and that works most of the time for me. Sometimes, if that just starts to drive you crazy, that back and forth between the 2 modes, the read mode and the edit mode, if you want to just stay on the edit mode, you can, and I'm going to show you a different way to make your hyperlinks still work even though you are in edit mode. So from this page, if I wanted to, I'm going to tap in the red box that has number 1, that is where I'd put the home person. I'm going to tap in that. I'm tapping. See, when I tap with my Apple Pencil, I'm just making dots because I'm in edit mode. All the tools are up here, the pen, all that stuff's up here. So how do I make that work? How do I get that link to still link me and jump me to that section while I'm in edit mode? Excuse me. I want you to, with your finger, oh boy, with your finger, excuse me, I'm going to tap in the red box, and I'm going to hold it down. Man, always at the wrong time. I'm going to tap in there and tap and hold in that red box until it turns purple. And then I will lift my finger up and select copy link. Now let me show you. I'm going to tap hard and it turned purple, lift up, tap open link. And now I'm in that section for the home person where I can write their information. And I'm still in edit mode. So that is the 2 ways to use the hyperlinks. One, by always just switching the modes using the mode switch, again, it's up in the upper right corner. You're going to get so tired of hearing me say that. Next to those 3 horizontal dots, that's the mode switch. I can go back and forth by tapping that. Back and forth. Read, edit. Read, edit. But if I don't want to have to always tap that, and I just want to keep my pins where they are and stay in edit mode, then I'm going to do this with the content charm in the upper left corner. I'm going to hold that down. It's going to turn purple, tap open link, and now I'm in contents. So those are the 2 ways to navigate around your document using and being able to use your hyperlinks. Now, I want to briefly talk about the writing tools. I think we've covered how to navigate the hyperlinks. I want to talk about the writing tools. In the darker gray box strip going all the way across the top, there is, right now what is selected is blue, you can see the blue ink pen there on the left. And first, let me get to a page that I actually want to write on. We'll go back to open link. We'll go back to this page. Now, if I wanted to write my name in box number 1, that red box, if this is going to be my chart, I have 3, and the blue ink pen is selected. Now, if you follow that dark box all the way over to the right, you will see 3 different circles. And as I tap these are the ink color choices. And as I tap them, here's the pink, my ink pen turned pink. If I tap the darker pink, it turned a darker pink. If I tap the blue, my pen turns blue. I want to change this pink ink. I want to change that to black. So I'm going to tap that lighter pink circle again. And now my preset choices have come up. I can just select black. When I hit this black circle in the upper left corner here of this pen color choices, if I select that, then that light pink circle turned pink. That light pink circle turned black, and my pen, if you looked over here at the left, the pen itself turned black. Now let me show you real quick other things you can do. I'm going to hit that black ink choice again. Now, the tabs at the bottom are presets, which is the view you're looking at here. And then next to it are custom. Now here there's even more shades of black, blue, orange, yellow, green. I mean, we got more choices to pick from. I could pick a medium gray if I wanted to, and then notice I can pick a yellow if I want, and notice how the circle turned yellow and my ink pen turned yellow. If I go to purple, that circle that we're changing right now is turning purple. I'm going to turn it back to black. If I want to change the color next to it, I want to leave my black and blue. Maybe I want that purple to be green. I'm going to double check on that. I'm going to go back to the presets. I'm going to go to customs. Oh, next, here I'm in the color wheel. Next to the hex, see the dark black box? It has a hex code number in it. To the right of that is a box. If I want to go back to this view, I can. And now if I want to go to the view of the color wheel, see how this is a toggle between those 2 views where they've already made a whole lot of choices. Now I want the color wheel, so I'm going to tap that box again, and now I can move the ring on the outside and go from like blue to reds to pinks to oranges to yellows to greens. I'm going to go up to green. I'm going to pick a middle green. And now when I tap out of the box, and notice my pen up here between the black and the blue inks turned green, and my ink pen turned green. So now I'm going to tap out of that. I think you get the idea of that. And that same concept of picking your color choices For the pen, you can also do for the highlighter. I'm going to make my highlighter blue, and notice that my highlighter itself turned blue and now it's turning green. You can do the same thing for the highlighter as well. And now going back to the pen tool, I selected the pen tool. I'm going to make it blue. Next to my 3 color choices here on the right, the next three choices I have, what is selected is a fine line. And I'll show you a fine line. What was that? Here's a middle weight line. And now here is the fat line. Now, tap that fat line again up here at the top. And again, it's that white kind of line right next to the black circle. I'm going to tap it again. And you see, I get to decide how fat is fat. With each of those, I get to decide. And with the fine, I can decide how tiny or... oh, excuse me, I don't know why I'm so dry. Now I'm going to erase it. I'm going to pick the eraser, and I'm going to pick the fat eraser over here on the right and erase them all at once. So that, I think, briefly covers how to write, how to use the tools to write. The only other thing I would like to show you, select that, hit open link, is on the family group record page itself. One question that I get asked is here in the upper right corner, I'm going to enlarge it by the pinch method here. People don't know what is an index number. If you don't know what an index number is, then just leave it blank. Index numbers are usually developed, there's different systems, some people develop their own to help them more organize their genealogical records. Maybe they want to use this exact page or information in another workbook, so they've developed a system for that, and they use that. If you don't, that's fine. Just leave it alone. And here you can put a page, write in your page number if you would like. Down in the opposite corner, the bottom left, you can put in who compiled this information, their name and contact, and the date that they compiled it. And in the bottom right, the first page allows you to put in the information for a couple and 6 of their children and their children's spouses. And if they had more, like many of my ancestors did, they had 10, 12 kids, then you could check this box, which would indicate that, oh, let's go on to the next page, and because there's more information. And here you could add 6 more children with their spouses, and there's room for adding notes. Over here, this top box, I'm going to, it's like this is birth order is what the number is, what this means. Birth, so this is child number 1, they were a female, and this was Susan, whatever. And then child number 2 maybe was a male, and you could put Robert, whatever his middle name was. I mean, I'm just doing this quickly here. You would do a nicer job. And then right here, underneath, is where you'd put Susan's spouse. You'd write his name right here. And over here, you would write the date that they got married. And again, an index number if they have a different page in another book. Because sometimes you're just following, maybe this is your grandmother and grandfather up here, and you're just following your parents' information. Everybody else down here would be aunts and uncles. You're just following your direct lineage. So sometimes that's where an index number might also come in handy. And then you have room to put in both your child and their spouse's birth date information, birthplace, and additional information. I think that's it on this form. Yes, if you have any more questions, I think I've covered the hyperlinks and the basics of writing. You can also, let me add real quick. Oh my goodness, I'm not staying on topic. You could add real quick up here on the top, next to the typewriter in that dark area where all the tools are, you see a letter T in a box. That is the text tool. And if you would like to type all this on here, you can. I find it to be a little tedious to do a whole page like this, but it can be done. It would just be more time consuming. I have done it in another book, not on this page, but for, let me find it for you. Nope, not that one. I have done it, yeah. And this one, this is not my handwriting. Obviously, I don't write that good. But this was all used doing the text tool, where I had to make a text box, type in their name, and drag it to the appropriate space. And then I added their pictures in as small of a file as I could make, where you could still recognize who they were. And put that in the box. So this is another option that you can do also. And, whoops, hold, open link. So that is the basics of my workbook, and I hope that it helps you on your genealogical journey, and I hope you have fun with it. And I hope you can add to it. And like I said, you can copy it and make different colored covers as much as you want. And remember, it will always be in your Etsy account. If your iPad is, for whatever reason, you want to download it again, your iPad breaks or something, and you just want to download it all again, or want to start all over again, it's always going to be in your Etsy account. So, like I said, I hope this helps you, and thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can contact me through my Etsy shop. You can send me a message through my Etsy shop at Notable Pixels, and I will answer you as quickly as I can. Thank you so much, and good luck on your journey.